This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. Pastor claims unisex nicknames turn kids trans. Yeah. A pastor who aligns himself with far-right anti-LGBTQ plus ideals has warned parents that giving children names that can be shortened to unisex nicknames will make them transgender. Okay. It's the latest in a string of deeply homophobic and transphobic messages that Pastor Henry Shaffer has shared with his followers. Shaffer, who describes himself on his social media platforms as a demon terrorist, regularly holds conferences to spread deeply discriminatory and ignorant views under the guise of Christianity. In the latest conference, run by fellow far-right pastor Greg Locke, Shaffer claims that if a parent gives their child a name that can be shortened to a more androgynous nickname, like Sam, Alex, Chris, or Mel, they're more likely to identify as transgender. It's worth noting that Pastor Greg Locke, whom Shaffer has chosen to align himself with, is the same man who made headlines last month for tying a Bible to the end of a baseball bat and using it to bash in a Barbie dream house. Locke was attempting to offer his followers a sort of metaphor about how they should treat temptations like pornography. Before that, Locke was put on blast when he fancied himself as a demon slayer and told Baptist News that he had performed an exorcism on a young girl. I have to be honest with you, I don't even really know where to begin with that.
Amen.
I have a very, very dear niece who is part of the trans community, and I can assure you that their name had absolutely nothing to do with how they identify, how they feel. We wonder for a moment why people are leaving Christianity.
Yeah.
And I really think that it's folks like Shaffer and his ilk that are making these kinds of very broad and inane generalizations that are really driving people away. It's hurtful. It hurts not only the trans people, trans community, trans children, but it hurts all people, all children, to be targeted like that. It makes no sense. So I guess I did have a little bit to say on it, but it makes no sense to me.
And things are cultural. Like, what is a masculine name or feminine? It changes over time. I mean, do you remember when like the hottest guy in rock was Alice Cooper? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, but now you wouldn't do that. Like, there'd be no Alice Cooper today. Like, it'd be, or maybe there would be, as a defiance or whatever. But I'm just like, really, just really. And so, really, the only thing I can say that is just this famous quote from Khalil Gibran. Christ healed the blind, the halt, the palsied, and the leprous, but the fool he could not cure.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
That's it.
For me, naming is important. Getting to know someone's name is very important because, my mother and father named me Robert. And then people want to call me Rob or Bob or Bobby. And I'm like, no, that's not the name my mother gave me. My mother gave me the name Robert, so I prefer to be called by Robert. And at some point, if a person goes through this transition, want to have the name changed for whatever reason, I want to respect that.
Sure.
And it's just like, if he's saying that this is going to cause people to become trans, let's back up a little bit. When you took my name and gave me a slave name, let's do some comparison here.
Yeah.
So let's go down that road for just a minute. That you want to talk about people's name.
Yeah.
So let's be careful about trying to take somebody's name away and then interpret for them what that name might mean. There's power in names.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, which is why they want to control.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because there is power in naming. And in Roman Catholic countries, a lot of people have a lot of names, and one or two of the names may be in devotion to a saint or whatever. So there might be a
baptism
Robert
name.
Yeah, Robert, Dominic, Alexander, Mary.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's one of the names as a devotion, as a Marian devotion or whatever. This just ignorance. Yeah. Ignorance.
Yeah.
But it's chosen ignorance, which makes it bad.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
really makes it bad. And Shaffer likes putting demon in front of a lot of things that he lists. And Maybe he's trying to tell us something.
That's telling, isn't
Also,
it?
can we pause for 2 seconds and realize, look at the calendar and realize that this is 2023? When anybody starts talking about demons and ghouls and ghosts, and get on your meds.
Want to slow him down?
Get on your meds. Take them. I take them. Take them. Just take them.
In 2023, we have someone who's trying to attempt to tell us what to be afraid of, the boogeyman. Meanwhile, give me your money.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a scam.
Change and war and attacks on our civil rights, whatever. And somebody's worried about demons?
Yeah.
And we keep going full
How
circle.
silly.
We constantly talk about why are people doing things like this? It's control and money. As long as we understand that this is what they're going after, control of your life and whatever's in your pocket other than the lint.
Yeah.
Understand that that's what it's all about.
Yep. Next up, we are excited to tell you about our next adventure with our Global Fellowship. In 2024, we'll be going to where the hills are alive as we explore Austria and Alpine Europe for Gay Oktoberfest. Space is extremely limited, so make sure you go to happeningout.travel/sunshine to reserve your space now.
Would you like to join the Queer God Squad on a special winter cruise in 2024? Well, now you can. You will visit Cozumel, Mexico, Grand Cayman, and Ocho Rios, and you can even add an open bar and Wi-Fi. Join us by going to happeningout.travel/sunshine.